Guys, in today's video I'll be giving you a little tutorial on how to trial chambers. And no, it's like probably like 4 months late since the release, but it's better late than sorry. So let's get it. So this is the starting area of the trial chamber, which you wouldn't normally go to, as you can just dig from above using a map. So if we follow up the stairs up here, we'll get to the first room, which will have, sometimes these rooms can have trees, but in this room there'll be 2 chests, which one will have an axe. The other feature of this room is having a vault, which when using a trial key after defeating a vault, you'll get it will be, I think, a 30% chance of getting it, or unless that's the ominous vault. So, and it has loot, not the heavy core, which is exclusive to the ominous vault, but which is right here, which I've just broken. But yeah, the vault still has good stuff, especially if you're here for iron armor, which you would only with iron armor, as it's great as a starting. So in the trial chamber, you have these little hallways with spawners, mostly on the second layer. But in these pots, they can have emeralds and pretty much iron or arrows, or pretty much any ore but copper and coal, and sometimes trial keys. In these barrels, there is some loot which can be good. It can go up from just a regular axe, from a diamond axe with like sharp 2 or smite, to just some scaffolding. So this is a trial spawner, and it will spawn mobs specific to the floor pattern. So this is probably a zombie spawner, as it has the mossy cobblestone, which would indicate like a mob spawner. There are other ones like strays, which are ice, slimes, which are moss, and like cobwebs for like spiders. Sometimes in the vaults you can find, sometimes in these corridors you can find pots which have special images. If you break them, you will get the pottery shards, or if you break them with a fist or anything but a tool, I think it will drop the pot in itself. This is a little water area, which does have, down here, has a little bedroom and an ominous spawner through this wall. So it's a good place to set your spawn point, especially if you are setting up base here, as having the constant loot every half an hour, which is when it resets, is really good. I think I'm back to the same place, so we will move on. You see these copper lamps, the more oxidized they are, the more oxidized they are, the lower the light level they emit. So you'll see like these copper bulbs are really bright, but if we go over to this lamp over here, it'd be really dark. So if this was so that area would be still really dark if it was in a cave. Just get through this door. There are some areas which require you to go up and down. From experience, the ones which go down will most likely maybe lead to a chest room or a basement. So if we go up here, we find some of these traps which will have water buckets, which is the ideal counter for the breeze. But there can also be fire charges, which can be dispensed as fireballs. As you can see, we have a bogged, and we have a breeze spawner. So the breeze, as long as you have a water bucket, you should be alright, as the main damage is full damage. As breeze balls deal about half a heart to a regular person without armor, but the full damage is the main thing. As you can see, this chest has nothing, because there is a glitch with the trial chambers where some chests, not all of them, don't contain any loot. So see if I can. So the snowballs So a bit about the ominous spawner. So the difference between the ominous spawner and the regular spawner is that the mobs will have armor, which will have the bolt armor trim. But also, especially against zombies and husks, they'll have an iron or a diamond sword, which can sometimes be enchanted. The ominous key has a 30% chance of dropping, and used on an ominous vault can give you a chance of getting the heavy core, but it's like 2.8% chance, so it's like really rare. So I think, and some of these require parkour, or like this is the end of this section, so I forgot where I came in. But if you find an exit or do exit here, then we go into spectator mode to move out of here. As you can see, the thing is made of tough blocks. Let's settle down in here, back to this bedroom area. As you can see, the ominous vault will activate once you get close, but the ominous vault is specific for the ominous key. You can't use not the specific key for a different vault. So if it's an ominous vault, you have to use an ominous key, and you can't just use a regular key. So this is the part I was talking about, where if it go down, it's likely lead to a chest here, which can have quite a lot of the stuff which drops in regular vaults, such as poison arrows and wind charges, which is good, especially as for my personal choice, it's a really good way to get the armor trims, as they are quite common well, they're not common, won't promise anything, but I find them a lot in there. So if we go over to here, this is another zombie one, and we have this is a regular spider one. If there's mossy cobblestone, or I can't remember the actual block, it would be a cave spider spawner. So we have, this is the like the breeze pot, and this is another one of the chest rooms, which can have these ominous bottles. If you drink an ominous bottle, you will be able, if you've already done a trial chamber, you will be able to do it again, which is good because it allows you to do like it allows you to go back to trial chambers after you completed it, especially into late game. So this is guaranteed to be a breeze spawner, and I think there's a zombie spawner down here, or what on one of these sides, or not. It's obviously a different layout, and in these two areas they can either lead to other areas, or in this area over here you should maybe have a bogged spawner or a stray spawner, depending on it. This is probably another one. Oh no, it's just a vault. So if we go in, this is the best. If you want to fight breezes, this is a really good room, especially if you want to activate the button first, as you pretty much only take damage from the actual breeze balls, not the full damage. As here we have this. I think we're back to this area. So even if a trial spawner seems like they're finished, there is probably a connecting room, which probably you haven't explored yet, as it does surprise you what you've missed. And down that door. And there's doors on multiple layers, so it's always good to check back. So I think we've explored most of the trial chamber, but I just want to go through the mace, as I know quite a lot of people know how to use the mace already, but are some ways you can probably stop it, such as if you use oh yeah, there's a ominous vault down here, and there's a chest here which is guaranteed to have a diamond, a cake, and an iron block. So going about the trial chambers with iron armor seems like a really difficult task, but for someone who's done it before, it's actually quite not much of a let's just get some iron armor so I can demonstrate. So if we get iron armor and get rid of it, let's get iron axe as well. Iron axe and a bow, because you should really have, let's get 26 arrows. So if we go, put that there, and I'll get some steak just for the example. So we go to this zombie spawner here, and I'll get some wood just to, that's planks. If I get some planks, you can treat it as like a spawner, and just go like that. If we do change it to survival, I think it's because I did spawn this one in, so it might not work. Let's just check. No, it doesn't, because I spawned it in. But realistically, you'll be fighting. Realistically, what you could do is just block them off and treat it like a mob spawner. But it's kind of annoying that this one doesn't work like that. So I'll just change it back. Do creative, and we'll get out of here. Yeah, as you can see, the trial chamber could be massive. That's what I was saying. And we'll just take some time to explore, as you might be missing something. So if I get let's get a golem. So we get an iron golem and build up. Like, how many blocks is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll do 10. So if we place a golem, just make sure it doesn't escape. There we go. And if we sit on top of here and then fall down, as you can see, it does like half of Golem's health, which I think it has 20 hearts, so 40 health, and 10 blocks with density. So if I get density on this, let's get a damaged anvil and density, it should deal considerate amount of damage. And the thing which kind of bugs me a bit is that you can't have breach and density on the same thing. You have to have, you can have windburst 3, which is great, especially as, let me get a warden. If you get a little, especially if you want to have fun and creative, if you make a little box like this with windbursts, and then I'm not sure, I think there's a minimum you have to it's peaceful. Let me change that to easy. So it doesn't work from 2 blocks, but I think as long as you hit the top of their hitbox, missed there, should be able to, like that, and then chain hit. Not like that, but it's especially good if you can get something trapped or something that's high health and you don't have density yet. Like that. Let's do a little count how many hits it takes. Let's block that up. As you can see, the wind burst does also propel, because it does the same as a wind charge. And you can just literally chain hit like that, which is fun, especially in creative. Let me just destroy that so you get to see, not like that, get to see a warden getting chain hit. So it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's dead. So I'll try a better test where I don't feel it. Never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, and miss again. 5. So it takes about 5 hits with density, which is good for a boss. And you can one shot it from like 200 blocks up, but all you need to do is like jump that high and have it in a box, so it's not that difficult. To find the actual tri-chamber, the best way is to use a cartography table and get it to Journeyman. So I do that and get a villager. So I don't really need candles or jungle trapdoors, so get a stack of those. He becomes a cartographer. Oh no, I've started a raid. I get paper. More paper. And let me trade with this guy. Oh, let me just get some emeralds actually. The best way to do this is give myself hold 100. Might be a raid soon, so we'll probably have to get this done quick. It's kind of a cool feature how I just spawned a raid using that. Just this guy level up. Let me do it somewhere else so I don't accidentally spawn a raid. Cartography table, don't need. And if I create a little box for him, and start trading, let's get some glasses while I'm at it. Just one. And then /give. So then trade this with Sky. Didn't make that into panes, so we go. Just make some panes, sorry for the delay. and tread to this guy, and he should be journeyman soon, or maybe afterwards. When this guy upgrades, should get no. So it's a rough chance that you can get a trial chamber map from Cartographer Journeyman. So just want to just show you one last thing. If I place out my offhand and go like that, you can do that and easily kill stuff with the mace, and it negates 4 damage. And then especially for raids you can combo hit and to go back down. So it's a really good way, and for a Elytra boost as well. You can actually hit it, and it's probably cold. But that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.